it's showing me live. Yep, I got a green dot. My audio is muted. You should see the center iced tea. Okay. Yep. Yeah, there's some crap areas in between. There's construction everywhere between here and there. Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, I'm just kind of slowly scrolling around here between the center ice and the end. So up on the top, where the audio input is, it's showing me the mic with an X through it. So yeah, I got the microphone. Oh, what? No, it's just I have it plugged into the USB port thing, the other headphone thing. So I think we're good. I'll I have some people who I can text while I'm live and check. So oh, you can. That's kind of strange because it is showing as muted.
All right, welcome everybody. Hopefully you can hear me okay. My mic input looks like you should be able to hear me okay. We have the Subway Selects here at the Grant Harvey Center in Fredericton. First game of a 2-game set. One right now, and then tomorrow morning, right back here at the Grant Harvey Center in Fredericton. The Flames, you see, are wearing all orange. So the Flames wearing orange today for Truth and Reconciliation, which the official day was a couple days ago, but they're recognizing that today. And we're ready to go. So I'm working by myself here today with the camera, scoreboard, time, and everything. So if the scoreboard gets a little out of sync or the time gets a little out of sync from real time, I'll do my best to keep that up to date. But there's a lot of stuff going on, calling the game and updating the score and the time on the technology all at the same time. I'll do my best. So I have a lineup sheet in front of me. I believe the Flames largely have the same numbers. Hopefully my lineup sheet matches up to the who's who. 45 seconds in, we have a puck down deep in the Flames zone. Govan Lawrence contesting it. Back at the point. Shot. That one's up high. Austin Yeoman's in net today for the Flames. She's going to hang on to that. Who do we have down in net on the other end? 31. So that would be Lydia Mason in net. Down the other way for the Selects. And here come the Flames. Summers has it behind the net. She's peeled off the puck. Here come the Selects. Shot on Yeomans. She's going to hang on to that. That's whistled down. We're a minute and a half into play here. A little bit of back and forth. Face-off won by the Selects. Attempt to shoot that into the slot didn't go anywhere. Puck below the Flames goal line, wrapped around the board. Sapolsky, she doesn't get hold of it. Held in the blue line. Shot, that hits the defense. Contested along the wall in the Flames zone. Here come the Selects. Chip out attempt by Boursier. Doesn't get out. Puck back in the Flame zone. Shipped up the right-hand side. Doesn't make its way to Eason. Polchi's on the left side. Tries pushing out the boards. That's held in again. Puck deflected deep into the zone. Waterhouse sends it behind the net for Boursier. Boursier up the right side. Makes his way outside the blue line this time. 17:26 of the first period. No score here yet. Grant Harvey Center in Fredericton. Thanks for joining in, everybody. This one's whistled down. We'll have a face-off. Inside the Flames zone. To the right of Austin Yeomans in net today. I'll see if I can sync the clock back up here. It is 17:11 on the real clock. I'm a couple seconds behind on my fake clock. Johnstone in to take the face-off. It's one back by the Selects. Yeomans directs it to the corner. Feltmate takes a dig at it. Doesn't get it. Selects working in the corner. Sends it back to the point. Shot from the point. Deflected. Feltmate pushes that into the corner. She tried to chip it out of the zone. Hit the referee. Came back. And now we're into the neutral zone. Deep into the Select zone. Pressure by Folks and Cook. Now Cook in the neutral zone. Try sending it in. Here's Johnstone. Puts a little backhand on it. Doesn't go very far. Selects pick it back up. Puck in the neutral zone by the Selects. .16-minute mark of the first period. A little bit of back and forth action. Mostly controlled by the Selects so far. Puck grabbed by Johnstone. Arm is up. We have a penalty call. I don't think I saw it happen. Alright. Looks like we have a body contact call. At 15:36. First period. And the Flames are going to be shorthanded. Face off to the right of Yeomans. Looks like Lawrenson to take the face-off. The alternate jerseys makes it a little challenging to pick out the who's who. Still only a couple games into the season, so knowing the new players and names and numbers off the top of my head is a little challenging, but there we go. Flames send it down the zone. McIntyre behind the net. She sends it up the left wing. Selects. Gain the zone. Gonna hang on to it. Morrow gives it back to the point. Backdoor pass attempt to McLean. Doesn't make its way across. Shot attempt. That one misses wide. Select still in control. Centering puck. That's broken up. I think Lawrence got a stick on it. Hard to tell. 50 seconds left in the Selects power play. 14:20 of the first period. No score here at the Grant Harvey Center in Fredericton. Morrow along the wall for the Selects. Drops it. Shot attempt. Yeomans will hang on to that. Flames will take a change. Cook and Folks will be your penalty killers for the Flames, along with Boursier and Daigle. 26 seconds left in the power play for the Selects. Selects passing across 17. That's Boyle. Boyle at the point. She sends it back down deep to the corner. Back to Boyle. Boyle now. She sends it along the right wall. It's going to be chipped out of the zone. 3 seconds left in the power play. Icing waved off, and we're back to even strength. Puck deep in the Flame zone. Grinton tries keeping it in, and she does. Grinton again throws it deep into the zone. That's picked up by Gauvin. Gauvin up the right side. She's going to carry, chip it in by herself. No ice. Oh, there was ice. So that'll be icing against the Flames. .12:57 of the first period. We'll have a face-off to the right of Yeomans. Johnstone in to take the face-off. Won by the Selects. Johnstone, stick in the middle. She's got it. She dishes it off to her right to Folks. Nope, that's not Folks. That was Eason. Gauvin. Gauvin sends it up the right wing. Daigle chases it out of her reach. Puck deep into the Subway Select zone. Johnstone's putting pressure on it. Makes its way to the blue line. Daigle keeps it in at the blue line. Makes its way into the neutral zone. Daigle dishes it back to Waterhouse. Back to Daigle. No. Who's that? We have some mismatch numbers. Okay, 13 is Summers today, so Summers got to stick on that. Sending it into the Select zone. We have an arm up, and we have another Flames penalty. So we have a hook. I think that was Dooland I saw go in there. 8. Hard to tell when these jerseys get scrunched up a little bit, but pretty sure that's Dooland going for 2 for hooking. Face off to the right of Yeomans, taken by Lawrence. Clocks are a little out of sync. I'll try and get them back in sync here as best I can. But it is 11:45 of the first period. Not 11:10 like my scoreboard shows. Puck comes into the Flame zone. Broken up by Folks. Tries to chip it out. Doesn't get out. Another chip attempt. It doesn't get out. I'll restart the clock. We're almost in sync. Selects. Working it to the point. This is Doiron. Doiron to McLean. McLean takes a shot. That goes out of play. So 108 of the penalty kill left for the Flames. 11:06 of the first period. No score here in the first game of a 2-game set at the Grant Harvey Center. Face off won by the Selects. But it's going to skip into the neutral zone. Selects bring it back in. Backhanded below the goal line. MacArthur, 16. Looking for options. Works it across the line. MacArthur again. Here's MacArthur. MacArthur tries cutting in the middle. She's taken down. Cook. Cook takes a whack at it. Doesn't get it out. Clearing attempt again. Not done by the Flames. Held in. MacArthur. Still with it. MacArthur walks in. Takes the shot. Hits shin pads. Behind the net is Chisholm. Chisholm fires it out. Shot attempt. Doesn't make his way through everybody. Finally backhanded down the ice by Cook. I think that was Cook. Yeah, that was Cook. Picked up by Grinton. Oh, offside. Johnstone was taken down on the play, but that wasn't the whistle. So 9:48 left in the first period. Still no score here. I see my scoreboard get a little behind again. I'm trying to get these times back in sync. So the scoreboard you see on the screen is not directly tied to the scoreboard here. That's me trying to do it at the same time. So it gets a little out of the sync, but it's pretty close. Johnstone, Polchis, Eason out here now for the Flames. Feltmate and Daigle on the back end. Feltmate, Daigle backing up. Puck ends up in the corner. Picked up by I don't know if it's Martin or Martin. Shot attempt. Yeomans deflects that off to the side. Feltmate behind the Flames net. She backhands it around the wall. It's not going to make it very far. Now Martin with it again. I'm going to say Martin, and if I'm wrong, sorry. Polchis chips out the glass. Daigle, here's Daigle out in front of everybody. Shoots, scores! Audrey Daigle, 8:30 of the first period. Claire Polchis chipped that up the wall. Daigle got behind everybody, pulls it in, fires a shot on net, and gets a goal. It's largely been possession by the Subway Selects, but here we are. Flames now with the lead, 1-0, 8:26 of the first period. So Polchis, oh, here we go, another shot. Addison Summers gets a shot right up after that goal. See, the announcement was indeed Daigle from Polchis. I didn't hear a second assist. So, here we are. 8:10 of the first period. The Flames lead by 1. Even though the Selects have largely had possession, but the scoreboard is what matters. Flames working deep in the select zone here. Selects backing up. Gauvin chasing it. And that's going to be held on by Yeomans. And we are at the 7:36 mark of the first period. What does my clock say? Off by a few seconds. Alright. Face off to the left of Yeomans. Taken by Lawrence. Won by the Selects, but ends up in the neutral zone. Grinton looks for a partner. Almost picked off by Cook. Grinton behind the net. She's taken down, no call. Folks is on it. Folks and Lawrence in there, pressuring for the Flames. Cook, Lawrence. Lawrence pressure on it. And Cook. Borsier back here at the right point. She was looking to jump up. Opportunity didn't present itself. And here come the selects. Shot attempt from the point. Yeomans will hang on to that one. And we'll have ourselves a face-off. Looks like to the right of Yeomans, probably. Nope. It's going to be off to the left of Yeomans. 6:41 of the first period. Your Flames lead 1-0. Face-off, won by Nelson. Centering pass. Skips past Polchis. Here come the selects. Broken up at the blue line. Back into the neutral zone by the Flames. My clock is a little off. 6:10 left in the first period. Try and hold my clock here for a second. We have an icing call, so Flames can't change. Face off to the right of Yeomans. Going to be taken by Martin for the selects. I think I see Nelson for the Flames. Won by Nelson, back to Feltmate. Feltmate's around the net to Daigle. Daigle try sending it up to Polchis. Polchis doesn't get a stick on it, but that's going to come all the way down to the goalie, so no icing. 5:45 of the first period. Your Flames leading 1-0 over the Subway Selects here. Two teams will face off again tomorrow morning here at the Grant Harvey Center. Puck down below the select zone. Johnstone and Doolin putting pressure on it. Select still with it. Up the left wing to Francis McDonald. Selects. Carried in. That's broken up. Here's Summers. Summers going to send it deep. The rest of the Flames going for a change. Now Summers going for a change herself. Here comes McIntyre. McIntyre cut hard to the net. That's broken up. 4:40 now in the first period. 1-0 for your Flames. Puck held in by McIntyre. Shoveled down below the goal line. Morrow with it. Morrow, she's pinned along the wall. Little scrum behind the Flames net here. Who's going to fish it out? It's a little 2-on-2 down there. Flames get it. Backhand up the wall. That's not going to make its way out of the zone. Here's Waterhouse. Waterhouse loses an edge. Chips it up to Folks. Folks doesn't get out of the zone. Folks again. Clears the blue line this time. Now chips it ahead to herself. Waterhouse. Waterhouse goes across to her partner Daigle. Daigle backhands it up the wall. Fighting for it in the neutral zone. Puck in the neutral zone. Here's Cook. Cook's going to throw it down deep and go for a change. Mason out to play it. Picked up by Dwaron. Lawrence and Eason trying to pin it along the boards. Now Polchi's on the other side. Polchi's trying to put pressure on it. Sent back around the wall. Pinch attempt by Feltmate. Lawrence there to help her keep it in. Again, back deep in the select zone. Pressure by Lawrence. Hits the linesman. Stays in. Polchi's going to throw that below the net. Everyone's going for a change while Lawrence puts pressure on it herself. 2:35 now left in the first period. Your Flames leading 1-0. And again, apologies if I kind of get out of sync on the scoreboard, clock, or following the play. Flying solo today. Doing the camera, the scoreboard, the score, and the play-by-play. There's a bit much going on. That was way offside. So we'll have a face-off just outside the select zone. .156 left in the period. That's sent into the zone by Borsier. And here come the selects. Martin takes a shot. Rebound picked up by the Flames. Here's Johnstone. Johnstone up the left wing. She sends it down deep and going to chase it with Cook. 1:24 now left in the first period. And now the Subway Selects have an icing. 1:17 left in the first period, not 55 seconds like my other clock says. Face off deep inside the select zone. It's going to be taken by Smith. Smith tries to win it to her right, but it's won by the selects. Back in the neutral zone. Daigle's going to win this foot race. Try and get the clocks back in sync here now. Here's Smith. Smith chips up the right-hand side. Doesn't make its way to Polchi's, and it's sent back into the Flame zone. Okay, I think I got the clocks pretty close here now. About 47 seconds left in the period. Puck down below the Flames goal line. Feltmate. No, that's not Feltmate. Yes, it was. Heard Nelson calling for it. She gets a stick on it, so it won't be icing. 20 seconds left in the period. Here come the selects. Walk in. Long shot attempt. Yeomans will hang on to that. And we have 11.7 seconds left on the clock. Yeomans will hang on to that. Face off to the left of Yeomans. Lawrence in to take the face off, I believe. Tied up. Picked up by the Flames. Sent up the left wing. Didn't get chipped past that defense, and that is the end of your first period. After 20 minutes, we have your Flames winning 1-0 here at the Grant Harvey Center over the Subway Selects. I will put you on mute, and I will join you for the second period. All right, welcome back for the second period. Thank you for my faithful watchers who pointed me out that I had the score up wrong on the scoreboard the entire time. I'm going to call not me. The software that does the scoreboard said home and away. So I set the home score to 1. Turns out that set the other team to 1. So it's backwards. So here we are early in the second period. Your Flames leading 1-0. First of a 2-game set. Game 2 tomorrow morning, also here at the Grant Harvey Center in Fredericton. Here come the selects. Up to the neutral zone. That's broken up by Gauvin. Now Daigle on the other side. Tries backhanding up the wall. That's held in. Lawrence tries to help her. Now Lawrence behind the net. Lawrence tries backhanding around the old Polchis. Polchis doesn't get it out. Held in by the selects. Lawrence sends it down. That one's going to go for icing. Right, actually at the 18:33 mark of the first period. I'll try and get these clocks back in sync a little bit. Like I said, working solo here, so a couple extra things, keeping the score, clock, play-by-play, and the camera all in sync. I'm just going to let that run. We're going to be pretty close. It's 18:30 on the real game clock. So you're a few seconds behind. But Lawrence sends out the right wing to Cook. Cook chips it out into the neutral zone. It's going to go down the ice. Icing signaled, but that's going to be waved off. Daigle all over it. Cook fighting for it down low. Now Gauvin sends it back down deep into the corner. 18-minute mark of the first period. Puck in the neutral zone. Now Kimball. Kimball tries sending it back in. That's broken up. Coming back the Flames' way. And this time it's going to be icing against the Selects. 17:49 of the first period. Of the second period, sorry. We're going to have a face-off down here to the left of Mason. See if I can get the clocks back in sync. We're close. 17:49 is the real clock. Johnstone in to take face off for the Flames. It's won by the Selects. Puck in the neutral zone. That's picked up by Nelson. Nelson dishes it off to Kimball. Kimball back up the right wing to Folks. Flames just send it in. Back into the neutral zone. Kimball fighting for it along the boards. Johnstone there to help, and Folks. Selects come out with it. Gauvin fires it up the left-hand boards. Doesn't make its way out. Puck bouncing in the Flame zone. Gauvin backhands it. Still in the Flame zone. This time it finally makes its way. Icing signaled. So we will have a face-off back in front of Yeomans. 16:51 of the second period. Shots on goal are showing 13-3 in favor of the Subway Selects. However, the Flames lead 1-0 off a Daigle goal in the later half of the first period. Polchis chipped one up the boards. Daigle grabbed it, went up, buried it. Now here's Johnstone behind the Flames net. Up the left wing, hits a stanchion. Into the neutral zone. No icing on this one. It's going to be picked up by Connolly. Mason plays it. into the neutral zone. Backing up is Waterhouse. Puck back into the Flame zone. Icing signaled. So that one's going to come back. 15:50 now of the second period. Flames leading 1-0 here at the Grant Harvey Center in Fredericton. We're going to have a face-off to the left of Mason. Looks like it'll be Clara Smith in to take it for the Flames. Tied up. I'd say that's a neutral face-off. Lost in feet. Summers shovels it down into the corner. Plays broken up. Back into the neutral zone. Selects. With it. Pushed it over the blue line. Now Dooland. Here's Dooland up the right wing. She's all by herself. She's knocked down. No arm up. Again, back in the neutral zone. Daggle's going to win this foot race. Daggle. She's by herself. Daggle. Daggle looking for room. Here's Daggle. Fires it at net. Just misses wide left. 15-minute mark of the second period. Your Flames lead 1-0. Gauvin throws it down deep. It's picked up by Lawrence. Lawrence in the corner. She's by herself, 2-on-1. Folks in to help. Nope, sorry, that's not Folks. That was Eason in to help Lawrence. The Flames wearing the orange Truth and Reconciliation, Every Child Matters jerseys. A little tougher to grab the names and numbers, but that one's going to be icing. And we'll come back to the Flame zone at the 14-13 mark of the second period. 14-24. And let's fix the scoreboard where it says first and second. There. We fixed our scoreboard. We're back in business. Actually, it's the second period. We are in the second period. Yeomans is going to grab that one up. Well, the face-off to the Ready Yeomans. Looks like Johnstone's out to take it. She's got Cook with her. And hard to tell who else. Face-off won by the Selects. Hits shin pads. Ends up into the neutral zone. Here come the Selects. Up to the neutral zone. That's broken up by Boursier. Shot attempt. Doesn't make its way through. That's directed off to the corner. Bourcier's there. Behind the net, Johnstone and Boursier trying to get it out. Shot attempt. Yeomans is going to grab that one for the 15th shot on goal. It is 13-33 of the second period. We'll face off to the Ready Yeomans. Johnstone in to take it for the Flames. Martin in to take it for the Selects. Face off won by Martin. Back to the point. Shot. Doesn't make his way through traffic. Johnstone has the stick on it. Johnstone chips it in the neutral zone. Contested along the boards here. Back into the Flame zone. Chipped up to the left-hand side wall. Doesn't make its way out. Again, back behind the Flames goal line. Johnstone was taken down there along the boards. The referee was right there. Chose not to make the call. Puck down low. Here come the Flames up the left-hand side. Makes its way to the neutral zone to Cook. Cook's going to chip that in. Rest of the line going for a change. Cook puts a little bit of pressure on the situation. And Burris, for the Selects, tries it. Exit pass, doesn't make its way out. Burris again sends it in the neutral zone. That's going to be grabbed by Feltmate at the other end. Feltmate into the neutral zone. Summers. Nelson down below the goal line. There's Dooland. She's peeled off the puck. And we have the Flames' first power play of the game. I believe that's 2 for a trip. Bria Tanner. Subway Selects in the box for tripping. 12-10 mark. Second period, Flames lead 1-0 going to a power play. And taking the face off, was that Folks? She doesn't usually take face-offs, but I believe that was Folks taking the face off. Yep, it indeed was 18. Here's Gauvin. Gauvin goes cross ice to Daigle. Daigle sends it back to Folks. Just misses the tip. And that one's going to be cleared by the Selects. 1:30 remains in the Flames power play. Gauvin's going to reset behind the Flames net. Gauvin looks up the right wing. This is a target. That's going to come back and do it over again. That killed 15 seconds. Now 1:10 left in the Flames power play. She moves up the left wing to Polchis. Polchis up the middle of Cook. Cook loses it in her feet. That's recovered by MacArthur, who's going to try and throw it down. Shot attempt. That's blocked. .50 seconds now left in the Flames power play. Some shorthanded pressure here by the Selects. Flames trying to regroup here. Gauvin tries kicking it up the wall. Doesn't get it very far. Selects recover again. We're down to 30 seconds left of the Flames power play. And they haven't been able to establish the zone and possession yet. .15 seconds now left in the Flames power play. Here's Daigle. She's by herself. The rest of the Flames go to change. She drops it for Polchis. Polchis takes a shot. That's deflected. And we are back to even strength. So the Flames unable to generate much on that power play. Didn't really establish position or anything. And we are at the 10-minute mark of the second period. Flames lead 1-0. Shot attempt by Dooland in traffic, directed off to the corner by Mason. Lawrence couldn't get a stick on it to keep it in, so it's going to come back to the zone. Now Waterhouse to Boursier, back up to Lawrence. That's going to go deep. Chased. But it's going to make its way back into the neutral zone. Now Kimball in the neutral zone. She gets a foot on it, keeps it in. Here come the Selects. Richards, she's kind of pinched off. It's recovered. Backdoor pass. That's shot up over the net. 8:58 of the second period. Here's Gauvin. She's got Dooland with her. Turned over, and here come the Selects again. Selects going for a line change. Here's Daigle. Daigle's going to regroup behind the net. She comes cross ice. Chip attempt into the middle. That's missed. shoveled down low. That's going to hit net, so no icing. Goalie's going to hang on to it. Mason hangs on to it. She'll have the face-off to her left. 8:18 left in the second period. We're going to have a face-off to the left of Mason. Johnstone in to take it for the Flames. Martin in to take it for the Selects. Face-off won by Johnstone-ish, we'll say. Shot attempt that's directed off to the corner. Here come the Selects. Puck in the slot. Doesn't make its way out of the zone. Contested back in the corner. There's Feltmate fighting for it. Johnstone chips it up the left side. Nelson chips it into the neutral zone. Contested along the boards here. Pushed into the Select zone. 7:41 now left in the second period. Here come the Selects. Connolly sends it up the left side. Carried through the neutral zone. Dumped in by the Selects. Pressure by Lawrence. Lawrence and Boursier. Boursier comes out with it. Here's Boursier. Boursier looking for options. She's going to carry. Backhands it deep into the zone. Cook and Lawrence are going to chase it. 7:08 second period. Flames leading 1-0 here at the Grant Harvey Center in Fredericton. Two teams play again tomorrow morning. Join us here for the broadcast. Cook pinned along the wall. Puck still deep in the Flame zone. Bourcier's there to help now. Boursier and Lawrence fighting for it. Sent back around the right wing to Cook. Here's Cook. Cook tries, backhanding it out, doesn't make its way out. Folks gets a stick on it, still in the Flame zone. Dwaron shot through traffic. That bounces all the way back. Puck deep in the Select zone. MacArthur shovels it into the Flame zone. Picked up by Gauvin. Gauvin tries shoveling it up the boards, doesn't make its way out. Some of these numbers are hard to read on the fly. They get scrunched up behind ponytails. Hard to... Doing my best to give you the names. That's going to be icing. We are at 5:38 of the second period. Flames leading 1-0. Shots on goal now showing 15-7. So the Flames have closed that gap a little bit. We're still early in the season here, but some things we're looking to bring to you are maybe some player interviews and some information on the new Flames and new players on the team this year. And just haven't quite gotten there yet. And some great stuff to plug our sponsors, who we greatly appreciate. There are a ton of them, so we'll be adding some extra content to our broadcast here, appreciating our sponsors, and hopefully getting some interviews and stuff so you can get to know your Flames players better. Here's a turnover, right in tight, shot in close, Yeomans scrambling, loose puck, finally covered up. Whew. 4-4-4 of the second period. Yeomans is going to cover that up. My clock's a little bit behind, so I'll let that catch back up. Well, the face-off to the left of Yeomans. It's going to be taken by Johnstone for the Flames. And I can't even see the jersey number, so I'm not sure. I think that was 13. McLean. Puck shoveled in to the select zone. Now back into the flame zone. That's going to be recovered. Nope. I was going to say recovered by Daigle, but that's icing, so it'll come back the other direction. Alright, I'll sync the clocks up now. We're pretty close. Real clock is 4:27. My clock shows 4:25. Doing my best to keep these in sync. Face off to the right of Mason. Won by the Flames. Back to Daigle. Daigle shovels it into the corner. Folks is on it. Chips it back up the wall to Nelson. Nelson pins it. Now Nelson. Nelson sends it back to the point. Has to come outside. Daigle has no option. She throws it back down deep. Mason plays it behind the net. And here come the selects. MacArthur. MacArthur has it. She's stripped off the puck. Here come the Flames back the other direction. 3:44 now left in the second period. Flames leading 1-0. Shots on goal showing 16-7 in favor of the selects. MacArthur dishes it off. Shot. Yeomans directs that off to the corner. And now Nelson throws it up the right wing. Left wing. To Polchis. Doesn't make his way to Polchis and will end up back behind the net. Now Waterhouse. Waterhouse. She has time. Gives it to Boursier. Boursier up the left wing to Polchis. Now Lawrence. In the neutral zone. Now Polchis has it. Polchis. She's going to throw that deep. Couple of the Flames going for the change. Most of the Flames going for the change. Flames still short one player here. There comes the fifth. A little bit late there. Miscue on the bench. Down deep. There's Waterhouse to Boursier. Boursier sends up the right wing to Cook. Cook gets a stick on it in the neutral zone. Turned over. Here we go. Cook. Cook throws that softly on net. That's going to be covered up. But we'll have a face-off inside the select zone at the 2:25 mark of the second period. Flames leading 1-0. Face-off coming to the left of Mason. Who do we have in to take face-offs? Okay, it looks like we have Richards in to take face-off for the selects and Folks for the Flames. One by the selects. Wrapped around the boards. Pinch attempt by Gauvin. Gets past her. Contested in the neutral zone. Pushed ahead. Here's Doolin. Doolin's taking down arm up. We're going to have a power play. A trip or an interference? Trip is the call. So, 2:08 left in the period. And again, scrunched up numbers. I can't tell who went there. I think I saw number 6, Ella Gritton, but not completely sure. So, 2:08 left in the period. Flames on a power play. Face-off by Annalise Lawrence. She's got Folks on her left. Tied up in feet. Smith tried to come in and help. And the Flames have possession. Kimball. Shot. Hits shin pads. Boursier moves it down along the wall. To Dooland. Centering pass attempt. Now Dooland alongside of the net. Loose puck. Still loose. Picked up by the Flames. 1:30 left in the Flames power play. Back to Boursier at the point. Boursier comes across to Kimball. Kimball's shot. That's broken up. Lawrence is on it. Kimball hits her, but comes outside the zone. Now Boursier. Boursier, neutral zone. Here's Dooland. Dooland trying to slow things down. Pulls it into her feet. Moves towards the net. Dooland. Dooland back to the point to Kimball. 59 seconds left in the Flames power play. Puck along the goal line. Didn't make its way in. Bit of a scramble there. Kimball sends it up the right side. Lawrence chips it into the zone. Now Cook going to put pressure on it. Cook. That one's sent all the way down. 45 seconds left in the period. 35 seconds left in the Flames power play. Sent up the right wing to Cook. Cook. Cook's going to chip it into the zone. Selects for cover. Polching puts pressure on it. Here's Daigle. Daigle from the blue line. Shot through traffic. That's directed off to the right-hand side. Centering attempt. Here we go. Breakaway. Breakaway attempt. Gauvin chasing. Broken up by Gauvin. What a back check by Gauvin. I heard some ohs from the bench for the collision at the end. Oh, almost an attempt back the other way. And there we go. We are at the end of the second period. It is 1-0 for the Western Flames. Shots on goal are showing 17-9 in favor of the Subway Selects. And I will go on mute, and you will hear from me for the third period. All right, welcome back here for the third period. I think I have the time and the score, everything back up to date up there, up in your corner. So, we are 1-0 for the Flames into the third period. Shots on goal are showing 20-10 in favor of the Subway Selects. However, the Flames lead 1-0. Off of a Daigle goal back in the first period when Polchis chipped it up the wall. Then Daigle got in tight. Puck into the Flame zone. Shot attempt, fanned on. Spin and fire by the Selects. Ends up in the corner, chipped back into the neutral zone. Flames going for a wholesale change. McIntyre picks it up for the Selects. That's picked off. Shot attempt misses just wide right by Smith. Smith pinned along the boards. Carried around by McIntyre. McIntyre sends it up the right wing. McLeod can't get it out. Selects will regroup. Martin sends it up the left side. It's going to make its way back into the Flame zone. Icing is signaled. So, 18:32 of the third period. And we'll have a face-off back in to the left of Mason. Lydia Mason in net for the Selects. Facing only 10 shots so far. Face-off by McIntyre for the Flames. I see Kimball back on the point for the Flames. Here's McIntyre. McIntyre tries stepping around Kimball. Doesn't get very far. Puck deep in the zone. Centering attempt. That's missed. Polchis chips it into the neutral zone. That's recovered by Martin. Martin in the neutral zone. Trying to gain some speed. She's all alone. That's broken up. Here's Grinton. Grinton throws it towards the net. Chipped up the wall by Kimball. It's going to make its way, but not in the neutral zone. Oh, it does, finally. Regroup by the Selects. Selects throw it on Yeomans. Yeomans directs it to the corner. Gauvin sends it up the left wing. Gets past Folks. Folks battling for it there. Folks 1-on-2. Nelson there to help her. Referee calling to move it. Still held in. Puck still in the Flame zone. Francis McDonald battling along the blue line there. And we finally have a whistle. 17:09. Third period. My apologies. The clock has gotten a little sync again. Neutral zone face-off. Johnstone in to take it for the Flames. And Richards for the Selects. Looks like Richards wins it. Into the neutral zone. Dooland throws that deep into the Select zone. Pressure by Summers. Dooland and Summers digging in the corner. Johnstone hanging around out front. Selects come out with the puck. Send it up the side. That's held in by Borsay. She wraps it around. Dooland's going to be there first. Dooland. Johnstone's taken down there. I think she may have drawn a penalty. A holding call? So, at 16:28 of the third period, we have a Flames power play. Folks in to take the face-off for the Flames. Kind of lost in feet, but the Selects grab it and send it all the way down. Yeomans will throw it behind the net. Gauvin grabs it. Gauvin She sends it off to her left. To Folks. Folks tries chipping it into the zone, doesn't make its way out. And the Flames will have to regroup again. Gauvin. Up the left side. Centering puck. Here's Nelson. Nelson with it. Nelson's going to hold on down deep. She stripped off the puck. Folks is there to help her. It's going to make its way back to the point. Now Gauvin. 1:15 to the power play for the Flames. Daigle shot. Rebound. Shot attempt again. That one's going to be sent back down. Yeomans shovels it to the corner. Here's Gauvin. A couple of the Flames went for a change. Gauvin looks across ice. Finds Lawrence. Here's Lawrence. Lawrence puts the brakes on. It's going to be picked up by McLean. McLean takes a shot. Yeomans is going to hang on to that. 15-10 of the third period. 42 seconds left in the Flames power play. See if I can get these clocks synced back up again. Face off to the right of Yeomans. It'll be McLean against Lawrence. Lawrence wins it. Our clocks are pretty much back in sync here now. Puck back into the Flame zone. Kimball with it behind the net. Kimball behind Yeomans. Looks up the right wing to Lawrence. Skips past her stick. Grinton will throw back into the Flame zone. Boursier now. Boursier, she looks up her left side. Dooland looks back to Kimball. Kimball through traffic. That's sent off to the side by Mason. Shots on goal showing 21-13 now. Lawrence just skipped over a sticker. She would have had a beauty opportunity of a shot there in the slot. Dooland down below the goal line. She's peeled off the puck. Now Lawrence tries to grab it back. Icing waved off. Puck will come back to the Flame zone. We're back to even strength. It's 13:48 of the third period. Your Flames lead 1-0. Shot attempt. That's low glove side. Yeomans grabs that. She'll hang on to it for face-off. Shots on goal showing 22-13 in favor of the Selects. Face off to the left of Yeomans. Looks like Johnstone in to take it. She'll be up against Frances McDonald. That one's going out of play, so we'll do that again. Face off to the right of Yeomans. Johnstone against Frances McDonald. Won by Johnstone. Boursier sends it around behind the net. Up the left side to Folks. Folks chips it up the wall. Selects are there first. Pressure by Johnstone. But that's brought out. Burris tries carrying it the distance. Gets broken up. Into the neutral zone. Johnstone puts pressure on it. Selects will send it down. Boursier recovers it. Boursier sends it up the right wing. Cook misses her. Skips past Johnstone as well. Into the neutral zone. Flames going for a change. That play broken up. Back into the Flame zone. Here's Boursier. Boursier backhands it around the wall. Back into the neutral zone again. 12:26, third period. Flames leading 1-0. There's going to be a penalty. That's a pretty easy tripping call. I believe it was Clara Smith. Nope. My bad. Eason. Kenna Eason's headed to the box for a trip. Hard to fight that one. 12-17. Third period. Power play here for the Subway Selects. Just waiting for the penalty to go up on the board so we can move forward. 12-17 is the real game clock. I'll delay a second here, try and get this back in sync-ish. Puck into the neutral zone by the Flames. Nelson's on it. Selects recover. Offside by the Selects. 14. Seconds gone in the Selects power play. We'll have a neutral zone face-off. Lawrence gets a stick on it, sends it to the neutral zone, picked up by the Selects. Puck contested in the neutral zone, burning some time. 1:30 left in the Selects power play. Puck comes across deep into the zone. It's going to be picked up by Daigle. Daigle backhands it up the wall, gets back into the neutral zone. Selects regroup. Cut to the net by the Selects. Loose puck in front. That one. Loose puck was hit by Yeomans. Sorry. Little camera stray there. So, there is 1:07 left in the Selects power play. 11:24 left in the period. My apologies for drifting away from the play a little bit. Managing the time, the camera, the score, and the play-by-play all solo. Doing my best here. Here's Johnstone. Johnstone doesn't get it out. It's held in. There's McIntyre. McIntyre over to Burris. Burris shot. Blocked. Here's Burris again. Burris. Comes down to McLean. Puck off to the corner. 33 seconds now left in the Selects power play. It's back to Burris. Burris. Burris looking for options. Burris drops it. Almost picked off by Folks, but she recovers. That one's sent all the way down. 15 seconds left in the Selects power play. Flames all go for a change. 5 seconds now left in the... Here we go. Break. Turnover. Dooland. Stoned. Dooland with the penalty kill shorthanded opportunity. But we're now back to even strength. 10 minutes even left in the third period. Flames still leading 1-0 off the Daigle goal in the first period. Shot from the point. Doesn't make its way through. Puck still in the Select zone. Lawrence has it. Tries shoveling it ahead to Cook, but the Selects come out with it. Selects. Shot from the point. I don't think that was really on net. But Yeomans directs it off to the corner anyways. Puck sent down ice, no icing. 8:58 now. Third period. Puck into the neutral zone. Here's Grinton. Grinton shovels it into the Flame zone. It's going to be picked up by Kimball. Kimball, behind the net, wraps it around the right-hand side to Cook. Cook backhands it into the middle. Folks is going to get there. Folks has the puck. Folks, captain of this team, takes a shot. Rebound comes back to Nelson. Now Nelson off to Kimball. Kimball shot through traffic, makes his way through, but Cook directs it into the corner. Now Cook. Cook along the wall by herself. Here's Cook. Here's still walking out. Gives it back to Kimball. Kimball through traffic hits shin pads. Puck back into the neutral zone. Into the Flame zone. Nelson cuts off a player. Kimball recovers it. Kimball and Nelson working below the goal line. Comes back to Connolly. Shot from the point. That doesn't make its way through. Now Folks. Still pressure here from the Selects. In the Flame zone. 7:40 left in the third period. Flames still leading 1-0. Shot from Doiron. Doesn't make its way to the net. Now Folks. Folks along the left side. Makes its way to Nelson. Nelson tries chipping it in the neutral zone. Doesn't make its way out. Now Gauvin. Gauvin behind the net. Gauvin has a little bit of a space. She has a look. Here's Gauvin. She's going to get it out of the zone for sure. Now Gauvin by herself. She's kind of tied up a little bit, but no call. She bought time for everybody to make a line change. 7 minutes even now left in the third period. Puck along the wall near the ringette line in the Flame zone. Here comes McLean. McLean gets a shot. Yeomans will hang on to that. Shots on goal showing 26-15 now in favor of the Selects. 6:44 remaining in the third period. Flames leading 1-0. Face off to the left of Yeomans. Johnstone is taking for the Flames. And she wins it. Daigle. Daigle's going to dance behind the net. Come back out the other side. Sends it up the left wing. That's picked off. Shot. Sharp angle on Yeomans. She directs that off to the corner. Still in the Flame zone. Down below the net. 13. Hallie Rose McLean behind the net. Chipped out into the middle. Still doesn't make its way out of the zone. Here's Johnstone. Johnstone sends it to Lawrence. Loose puck. Lawrence throws it towards the net. Doesn't make its way. Ends up in the corner. Now Lawrence and Johnstone in the corner. Johnstone gets it back to Feltmate. Feltmate. She's going to throw it back along the wall. Lawrence is going to grab it. Lawrence. She's knocked off it. Dooland is there as well. Dooland and Lawrence trying to knock it out along the boards. 5:40. Third period. Flames leading 1-0. Puck back deep into the Select zone. McIntyre cuts back. Tries to exit the zone. Picked off by the Flames. Centering puck. Shot on goal by Lawrence. In tight. Nice save by Mason there. Solid chance by the Flames at the 5:24 mark of the third period. And we'll have a face-off to the right of Mason. Nelson in to take the face-off for the Flames. Can't quite see the number for the Selects. Won by the Flames. Back to the point. Thrown down in the corner. Contested puck in the neutral zone, but here come the Selects. Puck into the Flame zone. 5 minutes even now left in the third period. Flames still leading by 1. Try and get these clocks back in sync. Puck pinned along the wall. Selects come out with it. Makes its way back to the point to Martin. Martin again with it. Martin tried to hold it in. She does. Finally chipped out. Martin will grab it. Dump it deep. Go for change. .4:14, third period. Your Flames hanging on to a 1-goal lead. 26-17 shots on goal showing for the Subway Selects. But the lone Dago goal in the first period still holding up. Here's Doiron. She holds it in at the point. Sends it down low to McLean. Wrapped back around the boards by Gauvin. Selects player right hot in the slot. Trips up, goes down. Back into the Flame zone. Kimball's going to grab it. Kimball, behind her own net, backhands it around to Gauvin. Gauvin up the left side. Misses target. Held in. Shot attempt. That's knocked out by Kimball. Icing waved off. We have McIntyre. Here's McIntyre. She has some speed. McIntyre up through the middle. McIntyre through everybody. Finally knocked off her stick. 2:50 now in the third period. Centering puck. Gets past Dooland. Polchi's on it. Watching these referees looking for arms, possibly. They're letting them play. Puck into the neutral zone. Martin. Cross ice. Now Chisholm. Chisholm at the ringette line. Loses control. Now Johnstone has it. Johnstone's peeled off her. Shot attempt. That's broken up. Now Lawrence with it. Lawrence in the neutral zone. Pushes it ahead to Dooland. I think Dooland. Lawrence. Lawrence in tight. Scores! Pretty sure we had Lawrence from Dooland. So, I believe that was Lawrence from Dooland. Beauty. Top left corner pick by Lawrence. And I'll check the official scoring after. The different jerseys makes it a little hard to pick up who's who. I'm pretty sure that was from Dooland. So, shots on goal 27-17 in favor of the Subway Selects. However, your Flames lead 2-0 with 1 minute 26 left on the clock. Puck into the neutral zone. That's picked up by Connolly. Connolly shovels it into the Flame zone, picked up by Daigle. Daigle wraps it around the boards. Gets past Doiron. And into the neutral zone. Here's Doiron again. Doiron for the Selects in the neutral zone. She's kind of fetched up. I believe that was Nelson possibly. Chipped that in the neutral zone. Yeomans directs that one off to the corner. 50 seconds now left on the clock. Nelson backhands that towards the net. Doiron sends it in the neutral zone. MacArthur has to regroup. Here's McLean. McLean. Shot on Yeomans. Rebound. Sends that up and over. Play is whistled down with the net knocked off during the play. Shots on goal showing 28-18 in favor of the Subway Selects. 30.6 left on the clock. And I believe we have our timeout by the Selects. I'll get this clock back in sync. So there's 30.6 and there we go. Okay, we're close. So we'll have a face-off in the Flames zone with 30.6 left on the clock, and the Flames leading 2-0. Shots on goal, kind of the gap closed a little bit. It was pretty far at one point. 29-18 is where we're at. Still a bit of a spread, but shots on goal are one thing, and the score is different. 30 seconds. Yeomans already one shutout on the season. Last weekend down in the showcase. Face-off to the left of Yeomans. Can't see who's in for the face-off there for the Flames. Potentially Nelson. I see Foltz. Puck behind the net. Waterhouse. Waterhouse eats it up. Waterhouse just trying to chew some clock here. Backhands it around the net to Boursier. Boursier. 10 seconds now left on the clock. Boursier. Waterhouse eating it behind the net. That's going to do it. And we have shutout number 2 on the season for Austin Yeomans. And your Flames have beaten the Subway Selects 2-0 here at the Grant Harvey Center in Fredericton. Final shots on goal showing 29-18 in favor of the Selects, but the Flames come out on top. Game 2 of the 2-game set tomorrow morning here, back with High Button. Look at the Flames social medias or High Button's website to get the link. And we will be back with you tomorrow morning for Game 2 of this 2-game set. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Talk to you later.